So discussing the block and tackle system in pulleys. So the argument is something like this. We studied last time that if you have two movable pulleys and two fixed pulleys, then you can lift a load by applying an effort with a mechanical advantage of 4. So therefore, you need to apply only a quarter of the mg, where of course the efficiency is 1, and the velocity ratio will also be 4. Then you can support or lift this load without acceleration. But then in real life, you would require to do something far more than just lift things with a 4 mechanical advantage. It will be meaningful. Let's say if you can lift an object weighing 1000 kilograms or 1 ton by applying an amount of force that is reasonable for a human being to apply, let's say 50 kilogram force. So if you look at the mechanical advantage required over here, a 1000 kilogram force which can be lifted with a 50 kilogram force means a mechanical advantage approximating 20, which means that you need 5 of these in order to achieve something like this, right? So the amount of space required for this would be difficult, because you would have to put 5 such sets and you have to string this weight across all the 5 sets, and only then you will be able to lift it with this kind of mechanical advantage, if you require that kind of mechanical advantage. So this is not an efficient way of putting together pulleys to do this work. So there are easier ways to do it, more compact ways to do it, and I believe it was in shipping, in making ships, that they came across this system of block and tackle. So how do you draw a block and tackle system? This is an question that repeats itself once every 2 or 3 years in the boards. So it will be a good idea for you people to prepare and be ready for drawing this kind of a system. So as I am doing it, I request you people to also do it on your own. So the method of doing this I have figured out. Of course, you can look at the diagram in the textbook and replicate it, but I'll try to do it in a sort of sequential manner in such a way that you will be able to do it yourself. So the sequencing is important of how you do this. So first is the rigid support. You are going to have one set of flanges. They are called flanges, but they are not referring it to like that in the textbook. And leave some significant amount of gap and draw the second set. Okay, so that's the first step. Do it quickly now in your notebook, rough and ready, and you can fare it out a little later. And then remember to do it like this. So let us say that this is a 4 pulleys system. Okay, so this is exactly the same as this, and you will see how. Draw the first pulley. Okay, and you know the textbook has got 2 rims put over here, so it actually comes like this. You don't have to do that. You just have to put one circle over there. Okay, don't do a cathedral job of it. It will take too much time. The pulley that comes below this has to be significantly smaller. Okay, so one large pulley, one small pulley. You will see why it has to be like that. Okay, then a small pulley, and then a large pulley. Try to make it even so that this pulley and this pulley have more or less the same width and diameter, and this pulley have more or less the same diameter. Is that clear? Any questions you would like to ask right now? No? Fine. Then you can draw the load over here. That doesn't really matter much, but let's just keep it, put the load there. Are you able to see that part of the screen? Okay. Right. You need to put a couple of hooks over here. Doesn't matter if you don't, it's not really very important. The most important part comes now. Any questions at this point of time? Now this part, I like to call it the rigging, okay. In fact, I think in terms of commercial pulleys, it is called the rigging. That means how to put the tackle. The blocks are drawn, but now we have to put the tackle. The tackle is the rope, okay. So the rigging, you have to do it like this. You start from the effort side, okay. So you start from the effort side, which will come over here. So you draw it to the uppermost pulley. So that's step 1, okay. And then you bring it around this pulley and go down to the lowest pulley. This is step 2. And then following, and then you go up to the smaller pulley on the upper side, okay. And then you bring it around to the smaller pulley on the lower side, and then from the smaller pulley to the hook on the upper side, okay. So I forgot to mention the steps over here. So this is 4 and this is 5, okay. So starting with this, the effort. So this is where you will apply the effort, rig it like this, go to the uppermost pulley, lowermost pulley, then to the smaller pulley on the upper side, then to the smaller pulley on the lower side, and then to the hook. And then see if the whole thing will work, okay. Because if you pull this, what should happen is that the rope should be able to pull this entire lower part upwards. Will it work? Will it happen? There isn't any loose ends. Okay. There aren't any. So therefore, this is how you will make a compact block and tackle system. Same thing. And you can see that the load is supported by 4 strings. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So therefore, the mechanical advantage is going to be 4. Why? Because the load is distributed across each rope in the ratio of 1/4. So you will have 1/4 of mg in each rope, and the last rope, which is carrying the weight, is the one that is going to be supported by you. So the effort will be 1/4 of mg, and the load will be equal to mg. Okay. So sorry, yes, is there a question?
I had a question. Yeah. So, like in the first pulley, hook, right?
The
And
upper part or the
yeah,
lower part, the bigger pulley or the smaller pulley?
both the parts have those hooks, right?
Yeah,
They're the
the lower one doesn't need a hook in this case.
yeah. So I was asking, does the upper pulley also need the hook, or can it just be attached to the
It
uh,
attached to the, it has to be attached to the
pulley?
flange. No, it has to be attached to the flange.
Yeah, sorry, the flange.
Yeah. So
So
because the flange is attached to the ceiling, so therefore this weight will be borne by the ceiling. In fact, all these three, 4, and 5, the ropes 3, 4, and 5, the weight of that, which is 3/4 of mg, is going to be borne by the roof. It's only the tension in the rope 2 that is going to be borne by the effort. Okay. So each one of these, of course, has a tension.
So it won't be wrong if we attach it directly to the thing in the center instead of making a hook, right?
Yeah, okay. The hook is optional in that sense. If you, like you're saying, what if I don't put the hook there, but let's say I just directly connected it like that, no problem. It's just
Okay.
that they are using the hook in the textbook, and now and then we have to bow in deference to Selena. So that's why I included that hook there. That's all, nothing else. Okay, so that's how you draw a block and tackle system. Now there are two kinds of block and tackle that show in the textbook. One is this type where you have 2 here and 2 here, and then there is another one in which there is 3 here and there is 2 here. Okay, so the total number of ropes will of course be 5, and because the total number of ropes that are supporting will be 5, then the mechanical advantage will also be 5. So 1/5 of the mg will be there. But remember, the number of pulleys in the upper and the lower section, they can either be equal, or the number of pulleys in the upper section can be one more than the pulley in the lower section. So those are the only two combinations that are possible. You can try by putting 2 there and 3 here and see how it works. It will not work. Okay. My suggestion to you now is, we have run out of time. So try out the other one. You can, if you have practiced this, you can do it really quickly. Okay, so I'll just show you very roughly the diagram in which you have 3 in the upper part and 2 in the lower part, without spending too much time on it. So the biggest, then one smaller, then one smaller, and then the middle one and the biggest one. Okay, so these are the pulleys, and then there is the load, and then the rope. I'll just do it with the other color. So you really don't need to spend too much time doing this. Once you got the logic of it, then you can quickly do this job. So that's the effort and that's the load. And since there are 5 ropes supporting it, your mechanical advantage will be equal to 5. So practice both of these, get familiar with them, and if they ask any questions on this, you can score full mark.